Hi everyone, welcome to The Explorer. Today we will look at grammar.
Before I teach you some new vocabulary, I would like you to take out your workbook, level 3 workbook, turn to page 66. Okay, page 66, the title, A Good Deed. Now you have read this passage before. Now what I want you to do is you listen to me, I read first, then you are going to read on your own. A fortnight ago, Kamal and his friends went to the beach. They played ball by the seaside. Out of the blue, they heard a voice shouting for help. A lady was screaming and pointing to the sea. Kamal saw a boy drowning in the water. Without delay, he jumped into the water and swam towards the boy. He saved the boy. The boy's mother thanked Kamal profusely for saving his son. Kamal was over the moon, for he had done a good deed. Alright, so it is your turn now to read the whole passage. Now, if you've forgotten how to read certain words, you can listen to me again and you read later on. Take out your vocabulary book. Okay, are you ready with your vocabulary book? Now, after reading the passage about a good deed, I want you to learn some good vocabulary. So you write these words into your vocabulary book, and these words will be useful, or these phrases will be useful next time when you write your essay. Okay, are you ready? Okay, let's take a look at number 1. You may have written this word before, I know, but I still want you to write this time, and you're going to write 8 sentences. Okay, number 1, out of the blue. Okay, can you also write all of a sudden? And one more, suddenly. Okay, so all these the two phrases and that word suddenly means 突然间. Okay, so next time 我们在讲突然间的时候，你就要知道它是 out of the blue, all of a sudden, suddenly 都可以用。Okay. Now, if I'm too fast, you have to pause. Okay, so a lot of writing this time, right? So you only write 8, number 1 to number 8 is all. Okay, so number 1, done. Out of the blue. Okay, are you reading together with me? Out of the blue, all of a sudden, suddenly, 突然间. And the sentence that you have written, out of the blue, they heard a voice shouting for help. Okay, so this sentence is a sentence that you read in a passage about a good deed. Okay, I still want you to copy, don't leave a line, 不用空行啊. Write A, 不空行啦. Out of the blue, they heard a voice shouting for help. 突然间，他们听到有一个声音喊救命。B sentence. B sentence. See, so the first one is out of the blue, all of a sudden or suddenly. Okay, which one do you want to use? 突然间，你可以换，你可以写同样的 out of the blue. Okay. Verb, no subject. 我 I. What is a verb? Heard. 一样的 heard, right? Heard who? It's not a voice, but 有人. 有人 means someone. Someone hear a voice shouting. So here will be someone crying. Yeah, ing. Where? In the toilet. 对吗? Okay, so the spelling of toilet. Now I've given you the words toilet. Okay, I repeat. B. Out of the blue. 突然间. Okay, you can also change to all of a sudden. Okay, then you write your subject, who, 我啦 okay, 我 and your verb is heard. Heard who? Someone. 有人就叫做 someone. Someone who you don't say cry, but you say crying. Okay, because this the word, right? They heard a voice crying. So here I heard someone crying. Where? In the toilet. In the toilet. Okay, so that's for sentence B. Okay, so that's 1A, 1B. Now you don't have to leave line. A 跟 B 不要空行了。Okay, 不需要空行。So number 1, A, B 没有空行。Now only you leave a line. So number 2, leave a line. Okay, now if I'm too fast, what you need to do is you need to pause. Okay, pause, 抄完, then you continue with B. We move on. Number 2. Okay, now you need to leave a line. 写下面的啊，不是写旁边，写在下面。我这边你看到是旁边啊，在你的书你就写下面的。Okay, leave a line. Number 2. Chatted and laugh. Okay, read for me. Chatted, chatted and laugh. 有说有笑。Okay, so this is a verb. Okay, 动词来的 chatted and laugh 就是有说有笑。And the sentence that I want you to write, A, don't leave lines, 不要空行, write A. Along the way, Jason and his friends chatted and laughed. Along the way, 就是路途中 Jason and his friends chatted and laughed. Jason 和他的朋友有说有笑。Okay, can I repeat? Along the way, Jason and his friends chatted and laughed. 路途中 Jason 和他的朋友有说有笑。B, 路途中 so that's the along the way. So the same sentence, along the way, same phrase, along the way. Who, subject, the scouts 就是童子军 the scouts. What is the verb? Chatted and laughed 就是有说有笑。Alright, okay, so this sentence is very simple. Just write 路途中 first. Okay, then the subject is the scouts. Then your verb, chatted and laughed. Full stop. Okay, so that's number 2. A and 2B. 不用空行 A 跟 B 不要空行 Number 2没有空行 Now, only next, number 3, only you leave a line. Okay, and you need to read these sentences, right? Out of the blue. All of a sudden, suddenly. A, out of the blue, they heard a voice shouting for help. B, out of the blue, I heard someone crying in the toilet. Number 2, chatted and laughed. Along the way, A, along the way, Jason and his friends chatted and laughed. B, along the way, the scouts chatted and laughed. Leave a line. Number 3. Number 3, arrived at, reached. 到达. Okay, so you can write arrived at or reached. So when you use reached, 它就没有 at. Right? But when you use arrived, you see the word at. Arrived at 到达. Sentence. Half an hour later, the ambulance reached the scene. 现场我们叫做 scene. Half an hour later, the ambulance reached the scene. Okay, write this sentence. 半个小时后，那 ambulance reached 到达现场. Okay, of course you can also write half an hour later, the ambulance arrived at the scene. B. 几分钟后. So 后 is later. So 几分钟后, not the ambulance anymore, but the police 到达现场. So 几分钟后, we will say a few minutes later. Okay, so write a few minutes later. Write in English, eh? Don't write the Chinese sentence. No, write in English. A few minutes later. Subject, the police. Verb, arrived at. Or you can use the word reached. Reached the scene or arrived at the scene. Right, we move on. Leave a line now, number 4. 写下面哈, always remember, write below. Okay, below number 3, then number 4. Now, number 4, without delay. Without the slightest hesitation. Quickly. Immediately. As fast as lightning. Okay, so you have to write all these words, all these phrases into your exercise book one by one, without delay, without the slightest hesitation, quickly, immediately, as fast as lightning. 的意思呢，就是赶快的，就是毫不犹豫的，就是没有去想了，就快快去做的意思，这些字。Right, the meaning of these words, right? So without delay, the first one. Without the slightest hesitation. Quickly. Immediately. As fast as lightning. Okay, you can write the meaning in Chinese, 毫不犹豫 or 赶快的，就是很快的。Okay? Sentence given. Without delay, he jumped into the water and swam towards the boy. Okay, so without delay, 就是赶快的，快快的，没有想的去做。What did he do? He jumped into the water and swam towards the boy. Okay, so this sentence is the sentence that you have read in the passage. Okay, so after writing this sentence A, you move on to B to leave. Okay, always remember to pause. Okay, you don't have to leave line. We go on to B. B sentence. Which one do you want to use? You want to use the without delay, you want to use without the slightest hesitation, or quickly, or immediately, or as fast as lightning. As fast as lightning 就是闪电的这样快，就是也是很快的意思。Okay, so use one of those words, right? One of those phrases that you have copied just now. 用其中一个就好了。Okay, then subject, who? My father. Subject. What is the verb? 一样 jump. Into what? 河就是 river. Right? And what did he do? 救就是 save. Save who? 哪位男孩？就是 the boy. Okay, so the word saved 就是救的意思。Okay, so I repeat sentence B. You need to use one of those words, the phrases here, without delay, without the slightest hesitation, immediately, as fast as lightning, comma, subject, right, who, 我爸爸 verb, 跳 is jumped, past tense, into what, 河我们叫做 river, and saved 就是救那个男孩子。Okay, so once you are finished, you need to read these words. All right, number 3, arrived at, reached, 到达. Okay, 3A, half an hour later, the ambulance reached the scene. B, a few minutes later, the police arrived at the scene. Okay, of course, you can also say the police reached the scene. Number 4, without delay, without the slightest hesitation, quickly, immediately, as fast as lightning. 毫不犹豫，赶快的。A, 4A, without delay, he jumped into the water and swam towards the boy. B, as fast as lightning, my father jumped into the river and saved the boy. Number 5, happened. 发生 happened. Sentence A, my mother told my father what had happened. My mother told 告诉我妈妈告诉我爸爸发生了什么事。My mother told my father what had happened. Okay, now you write B, John. Okay, the verb told. Told who? His teacher. 发生了什么事？就是 what had happened. Okay, write the whole sentence now on your own. John, subject, verb, told. Told who? 他的老师. Okay, what had happened. Leave a line. Number 6, a fortnight ago. What is the meaning of a fortnight ago? 2个星期前. Sentence, I saw a snake when I was on my way home from school a fortnight ago. I saw a snake when I was on my way home from school a fortnight ago. Okay, now you write your B sentence. Okay, so A sentence says that 2个星期前，我从学校回家的路途中看到一条蛇。Alright, so the B sentence is the same. 也是2个星期前. So you can write a fortnight ago in front or at the back. So now if you write it in front, you say a fortnight ago, comma, I subject. Verb, you need to say saw. I saw who? My teacher. Okay, so I saw a snake is now you written A. Yeah? Now you say I saw my teacher when I was on my way home from the park. Okay, so that's the difference. You change saw a snake, you change to saw my teacher. And on my way home from not school, but from the park. Okay, so I repeat. 2个星期前 you have to write a fortnight ago. Okay, subject I, verb saw. Saw who? Saw my teacher. When I was on my way home from the park. When I was on my way home from the park. Full stop. Okay, so that's for sentence 6b. Now again, you need to read these sentences. 5 happened. 发生. A, my mother told my father what had happened. B, John told his teacher what had happened. 6, a fortnight ago. 2个星期前. 6a, I saw a snake when I was on my way home from school a fortnight ago. B, a fortnight ago, I saw my teacher when I was on my way home from the park. Number 7, leave a line number 7, flew out of the cage. Flew out of the cage. 从笼子飞出去. Sentence A, the bird flew out of the cage. The bird flew out of the cage. 是那只鸟从笼子飞出去. B, subject 我哥哥. Subject verb now is not flew, 它是跑. Past tense of 跑 is ran. Ran out of. Okay, so it's flew out of the cage. So here, ran out of the room. So 我哥哥 my brother, ran out of the room. 就是从房间跑出去. Okay, so write your sentence, pause. If I'm too fast, you need to pause. And the last one, number 8. Over the moon, on cloud 9, in high spirits, extremely happy. All these words means 很开心. Okay, over the moon. Okay, over the moon, on cloud 9, in high spirits, extremely happy, extremely happy. 这些字全部的意思是很开心的意思. Okay, let's take a look at sentence A. Karma was over the moon for he had done a good deed. Karma 很开心，因为他做了一件好事。Karma was over the moon for he had done a good deed. I want you to write B. Talk about, not karma, but 我姐姐. Alright, so 很开心, that's where you write. Was what? Okay, you change now. So don't, instead of saying was over the moon, you can use on cloud 9. So my sister was on cloud 9. For 的意思就是因为 for she had done a good deed. Okay, so listen to me and you write your sentence B. 我姐姐是 sister Okay, verb was on cloud 9. For, F-O-R, for 就是因为 so you don't have to write the word because, but you write the word for. For she had done a good deed. 因为她做了一件好事. So again, you need to read number 7 AB and number 8 AB. Okay, also listen to me. Number 7, flew out of the cage. 从笼子飞出去。A, the bird flew out of the cage. B, my brother ran out of the room. Number 8, over the moon, on cloud 9, on cloud 9, in high spirits, extremely happy, 很开心 extremely happy. A, 8A, Kamal was over the moon for he had done a good deed. 8B, my sister was on cloud 9 for she had done a good deed.